Good morning, Rise and Shine Bible Study. We're reading from Acts chapter 27 this morning, from verses 1 through 12. Arrangements were finally made to start us on our way to Rome by ship. So Paul and several other prisoners were placed in the custody of an officer named Julius, a member of the imperial guard. We left on a boat bound for Greece, which is scheduled to make several stops along the Turkish coast. I added that Atticus, a Greek from Thessalonica, was with us. The next day, when we docked at Sidium, Julius, he was very kind to Paul and let him go ashore to visit with friends and receive their hospitality. Putting to sea from there, we encountered headwinds that made it difficult to keep the ship on course, so we sailed north to Cyprus, between the island and the mainland, and passing along the coast of the province of Sicilia and Pamphylia, landing in Myra in the province of Lycia. There, our officer found an Egyptian ship from Alexandria, bound for Italy, and put us aboard. We had several days of rough sailing, and finally near Cydus, but the winds had become too strong. So we ran across to Crete, passing the port of Salome, beating into the wind, and with great difficulty and moving slowly along the southern coast, we arrived at Fair Havens, near the city of Lasea. There we stayed for several days. The weather was becoming dangerous for long voyages by then, because it was late in the year, and Paul spoke to the ship's officers about it. "Sirs," he said, "I believe there's a trouble ahead if we go on. Perhaps shipwreck, loss of cargo, injuries, and death." But the officers in charge of the prisoners listened more to the ship's captain and to the owner rather than to Paul. And since Fair Havens was an exposed harbor, a poor place to spend the winter, most of the crew advised trying to go further up the coast to Phoenix in order to winter there. Phoenix was a good harbor, and only a northwest and southwest exposure. God is great all the time, all the time. God is great.